Video quality is gonna suck, but hello. You asked me to kind of do this. This is gonna be really crappy, but you have like some of my art here, and most of it's saved to Google Drive, so can't really show off most of it. But yeah, this is like, figure this one. This one's untitled, but like you have this one, which I'm really proud of the form I made for this one. I'm really proud of this one. Um, but yeah, this is kind of my little drawing thing going on here. So let's just make a new thing. I've max size for one. So for drawing, let's just go. So for sketching, I usually use red and blue for like sketching colors. So which one am I on now? Okay, I'm on inking. So inking studio pen is what I use normally for line art and stuff. But you're probably just using like pencil and crap. So let's just do standard sketching, right? So I'm using 6B pencil for sketching, about half on the size. It doesn't matter what size you use; it just like matters what you do with it, right? So if I go in, right, and what I do is I start with like just a circle, right? Just your everyday circle. Also the color's so much brighter on my camera, but So, and then from the middle, like, normally people do is that they'll just put a line through the center and then just make the head shape off of that, but I don't usually do that, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't usually make that center line, because honestly, it kind of just messes me up, it kind of messes me up, actually, so. Because, yeah, I can't draw straight lines ever. So then you have, like, the middle line here for, like, the eyes and stuff, so, like, you're gonna have, like, your eyes here, like your nose and your mouth or something. So, and then for like next, you have like you want to go like in this like maybe a bit away from that middle chin, and then kind of just do this. But you don't want it to be too long, so go like maybe like an inch or so down, maybe like a centimeter or so. I don't know. I don't really have measurements for how I do things. I just kind of draw like, look, I've been drawing like this the whole time, just really zoomed in. So this is kind of how I start my sketching process. It's just a lot of trial and error. Then for like shoulders and crap, I kind of just go off of the edge here and just kind of go down like that. So like to that head size and stuff. So it's like, we're going, then we're going. This is very bad representation of how I draw, but this is how I draw it. Normally I would do it on like paper, and then bring in like, if I go back to my gallery, let's use this one. This one for example. If I get rid of all these layers, there is just a sketch underneath. This is the original sketch. Okay, this is the original sketch, and then if I put all the layers back, boom, now you have whatever this completed work is, which I'm very proud of. Once again, all the colors are more vibrant on camera, but who cares? Who cares, really? This one, though, wasn't a paper sketch. This is one of the very few where I actually did have a starting sketch going. So if I just get rid of all these layers. Yeah, this is the only one, really, that I have a starting sketch going, but it is also one I'm also very proud of. So, yeah, there's different ways of making art and stuff, but personally, the way I do things is just kind of sketch it out, go for it. Test out natural shapes. Test out natural shapes definitely with, just doing anything, really. You don't have to do anything my way, you don't have to do anything in another person's way, but I recommend looking at different, artists, and then, just not trying to copy what they're doing, but definitely trying to, get a grasp on how they make art, and then structure your way of making art around it. So like definitely try to use different curves, try to using different measurements. I use blue as kind of like a finalized type thing sometimes whenever I'm testing stuff out. So yeah, this is kind of the way I make art as well. So it's like kind of, it's like just trial and error, really. Like, normally I'd be changing up, like, the pen stylus size, but honestly, I really do not care right now. So yeah, it's just, like, kind of, your own way of making art. It's not one person's way of making art. Nobody's gonna be making art nowadays the same way Vincent van Gogh made art, years ago. Like, maybe, 300 years ago? 400? This is obviously a very bad representation, like I said, of how I do anything in life, but it's a representation nonetheless. It's just kind of how I do my own thing. Yeah, it's just like kind of go with your own style, really. It's just kind of go with it. Like, I didn't make hair like the way I make hair now until maybe about a week or two ago. And now, look at me, I've got like my own way of making curly type hair. And so it's kind of like, just test the waters, really. Test the waters, and then you'll see where you go. So I'm going to keep actually recording this. It'd probably be easier to do like a screen recording, but I can't send that through Google Drive and then send it back through my phone and stuff. So, I mean, I probably could. I'm just dumb, though. So, yeah, so like, once you're done with sketching, work more on line art. So, I don't know if I don't know if y'all are doing, what's it called? Like Procreate or IBISX Paint, or if you're just starting to learn to draw on paper. If you're learning to draw on paper, I recommend using the same steps, but whenever I make a new layer, basically lightly, and I mean this, lightly erase everything. So like, let's say like I wanted to make this fader. So normally on Procreate, you can literally just change the opacity, right? But if you're on paper, what you can do is lightly take your eraser and just kind of erase. You can just literally lightly erase, and it just lightly takes away the things, so you can go over it again with lightly go over it again with your pencil in the way you need to. This is the way I've been doing it for a while now. That's what I would recommend for paper drawing. Like, there's multiple ways of making art. You don't have to specifically do things the way I do it, but if you do, go for it. Just make art the way that you're comfortable with making art. There is no one singular way of making it. There is no set way of doing things. I'm probably I just realized my camera's going away. I'm probably going off on kind of a tangent constantly about how, like, there's no one true way of art. But this is just the way I do things. It's just the way that I make my art. There's multiple ways other people make their art. I recommend looking up different artists on Instagram, on Reddit, on any social media, really, and just kind of going for it. Like, this isn't the way I normally draw. This isn't like the way I draw, but like, this is a way to draw. I wouldn't recommend like just going around and just I would recommend testing the waters, testing like different ways that you might be able to be comfortable making art, but also just take your time, really. Don't try and just do whatever and just hoping it turns out good. You actually have to put time into the things you make. Like, right now, I'm kind of doing this in a rush because we're already at 10 minutes of recording. And honestly, I've got stuff to do today. By stuff to do, I mean laze around and do nothing, so I don't know what I'm complaining about. But yeah, take things slowly. Do things your own way. It's the end result that... It's not the end result that matters. It's the process you take. It's not always going to be the end result. It's going to be the way you make it. That's what matters. And I forgot to finish up line. Like, this is this isn't the standard head shape I'll make. This isn't like how I normally do things, but yeah, it's like, just try your hardest. Don't copy something someone else has already made. Go at your own pace. That is what I highly recommend. Oops, I deleted it all. No, we're not even gonna bother about this line. That line, that's part of the artwork now. But yeah, go at your own pace. Do what you need to do. And yeah, just have fun with making art. Have fun just trying different things. Yeah. And that's kind of what I wanted to do today. Just kind of go through the process of art making. Like if I went to, let's say I went to Andrea over here, Andrea right here, right? If I go to this button, can I tap it, please? I can hit time-lapse replay. And you just kind of see, this is probably easier. You can just kind of see the process taken. So if we just let this go, you can see the constant restarting, the re-ending. And it's just like, you want to take your time with it. Don't rush it. Like, this entire drawing right here took like 4 hours. But some other artists will take much more time because they're putting their best into art. I mostly will use flat colors. I will add shading sometimes. And I will do crazy fun things with like hair or eyes or just anything. Like you can see, like I wanted to go for like longer hair, but I definitely want to do curlier hair. Like if I can't pause it, but if like I zoom in here, like you can see like the different struggles I had with like making the hair and such. It's a lot. So if like I zoom forward a bit, like yeah, like this like right here is like where I started like messing around with like the face and stuff. You can see that it definitely took a while to do some of the different face. Like sometimes I get it first try like here, but like some other times I won't at all get it right. Like you can see I tried to go for the legs for a split second, but then just kind of ended. And then like you can see it immediately went dark because I took the layer, like kind of erased a bit of it, so it's lighter now, and like it's starting on the line art. Like I draw one issue I have is that I tend to draw it really small. So that's another issue. And like when you're like working with clothes, obviously I'm not the best at clothes, but you want to work with like more natural shapes. Then you can see I kind of just make blobs and just just go with it. But yeah, this is kind of how I make my own things. Like the coloring process too, that is an issue I've always had with making art. It's just a constant struggle to make like colors, trying to darken things, brighten things, and do the things I want them to do. Like it takes a lot of blending, it takes a lot of time. But yeah, this is kind of just how I do things. I'm sorry that this video was kind of made crappily. I probably could have made this so much better, but I didn't. Like an example of me doing things poorly and then going back on it. You always want to make sure that you're able to go back on a piece of art. So if I go time lapse, right, you can see like I have this and I'm going at it with the line art. Then I realize I don't like it, so I get rid of it all. Okay, maybe I don't get rid of all there, but I get rid of all eventually. And then you keep going at it. Just keep drawing. Just keeps drawing. Just keep going at it until you're happy with it. Which, I'm not entirely happy with this piece either. I'm not going to lie. Sorry about those weird things going on there. The eyes are kind of messed up. I will say the head shape isn't what the best it could be. I feel like the stuff on the arm, like the hoodie, isn't the best either. But it is the way that I do art. It's my own style. It's the own stylized. Yeah. So so basically, just go for it. Don't push yourself too hard, but push yourself to strive for the best. That is the Dino way, I guess. That is a really bad way of doing my signature. That is the Dino way. By the Dino way, I mean literally just... I don't know, I'm being dumb right now. But yeah, just go for it, do your own thing. And yeah, soon, you may not be happy with it now. You may not be happy with it in a year. But soon enough, you'll get to where you want to be with art. or anything in life. Any of these things can be taken into any circumstance. Like, let's say you were trying to go into, like, the medical field or something, right? Try and innovate. Don't know why I didn't take up a lot of it, but, like, test yourself. Go do research. Go look at the things other people do. It works most of the time. Like, my style, right, is my own style. But it also has elements of other styles that I've seen online, seen from other artists. It's just testing the waters and then going for it. Make that style your own. But don't steal other people's styles. Have a good day. This is terrible. Adios.